Good evening. How is everybody doing on this lovely Wednesday? So I just want to thank you for jumping on the Zoom. Thank you for taking time out your busy schedule. Please also make sure that the person that invited you to the Zoom, you thank them because they thought of you very highly to share this wonderful information I am about to share. My name is Jerry D. Savino. I've been with 7K Metal since October of 2020. Just a little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. I am not giving out any financial advice. I am not a tax expert. I'm not giving out any tax advice. Please do your due diligence. Please do your research when purchasing silver or gold, when purchasing silver or gold bullion, when purchasing silver and gold collectibles. There are risks involved. Now to the fun part. So, like I said, I'm Jerry DiSavino. Been with 7K Metal since October 2020. 7K Metals is an awesome company, an awesome program. They've been around since 2016. They are based out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. There are four founders that started the company. Richard Hanson, he is the brainchild behind this company. He came up with this great idea. Um, he's seen that there's a need to get gold and silver in the hands of regular individuals like me and you, where you do not need thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get into the silver and gold game. Amazing guy, amazing guy. Met him in person, met all the founders in person. They're amazing, down to earth people. You could talk to them like I'm talking to you right now. There's also Josh Anderson and Zach Davis. They've been business partners for many, many years. They have an amazing podcast on YouTube. It's called the Sound Money Podcast. They talk about all the different businesses that they've been involved in. Just great, amazing guys, great business people to work with. And then the fourth founder is Richard Ball. Richard Ball. He is the founder of Melaleuca. Amazing guy too. These guys did not need to start this company. Like I said, they started this company because they wanted to help the average person like me and you get gold and silver. They also wanted to help the non-professional network marketer to earn above average income. So just awesome, awesome. I'm going to play this funny video. It is called Chocolate Money. Hopefully you do not make the same mistake that these people made in this video. Hopefully you choose the right thing. So let me cue that video up real quick.
It's your lucky day today. You win a free 10-ounce silver bar, pure silver bullion, or a free Hershey's king-size chocolate bar.
Take this one.
You'll take the chocolate bar. Who needs a 10-ounce bar of silver? Right? No. Have a good day. You'd rather have the Hershey bar than the silver bar?
Yes, I would.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Yeah, the Hershey bar, you just can't eat the silver bar.
Yeah, that's right. You can't eat the silver. What are you going to do with a 10-ounce bar of silver, right? You know.
Hello. Having a special today on 1-ounce gold coins. It's a $50 Canadian maple leaf solid 1-ounce gold coin, offering it today for half price, $25.
No thanks.
Why wouldn't you be interested?
I don't need any gold coins.
Don't need any for $25?
Nope.
I need to pay my taxes, so I'm selling my 1-ounce gold coin.
Yeah.
Would you be interested? Just name a price, any price, and it's yours.
No, I'm good.
We can go to Liberty Coin and Precious Metals and verify it's a real 1-ounce coin.
Why would I want that gold coin?
I don't know. I mean, who needs a gold coin these days, right?
Exactly.
Trying to raise some money, trying to raise some cash. So I'm going to sell my 1-ounce gold coin. Just wondered if you'd be interested in it.
Not really.
No?
No, thank you.
Why not?
Just not something I
It's a
need.
deal. It's like 20 bucks and you can have it.
No, I'm fine.
We can go into the coin shop right here. You can verify that it's authentic and probably even sell it to them for cash. No.
Not interested, man.
Too many gold coins laying around at home?
Possibly, yeah.
All right, well, the deal's off. And what if I were to tell you that you could have taken me up on this offer, went in there and walked out with over $1,500 cash in your hand?
I feel like a loser then.
Today's not your day, buddy.
It happens.
Sorry.
It happens.
Well, now you know.
Hi, how can I help you?
I just want to sell my 1-ounce gold coin.
All right, what do we got here?
It's a 1-ounce American Eagle, gold eagle.
All right.
How much is that worth today?
Let's see what we can give you today. 1634.70.
And that's $1,600.
Yes, it is. Would you like cash or a check?
Cash, please.
Cash. Alright. Here's the 70 cents. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice. And you don't need to see my ID or anything?
No, I do not.
Sounds good to me, bro.
So, these people are not stupid. They're just not educated. That's all. They don't know what they don't know. A 10-ounce silver bar is worth about $330 in today's market. 1-ounce American Gold Eagle is worth about $3,500 today in today's market. I believe that video was made in 2013. So hopefully you're more educated. Hopefully you would have made the right decision if you were in that situation. So it's just a little funny video I want to show. Before I get into the next video, I wanted to go over a little let's go over a little history of the U.S. monetary system. So, did you know in 1913 the Federal Reserve was created? Do you know that the Federal Reserve is not part of the federal government? It is actually a private entity. I believe it consists of 13 world banks, 13 central world banks. So back then, people did not like central banks. So the US government decided, let's call it a Federal Reserve System instead of a central bank, but it's pretty much the same thing. Also in 1913, they created income taxes. They created the IRS, so the IRS can collect income from US citizens. In my opinion, taxation is theft. That's all taxation is. They also had to make a constitutional amendment to create income taxes and to create the IRS. So, technically the IRS income taxes are illegal because, like I said, they had to create a constitutional amendment to make income taxes and to make the IRS. Then in 1933, our lovely President FDR, he executed Executive Order 6102. And what this order did was, as an American citizen, you're only allowed to hold up to $100 in gold, whatever it be. Gold bullion, gold bars, gold coins, gold certificates. Anything over $100 you had to turn into the federal government. In 1933, an ounce of gold cost you $20.67, so you're allowed to hoard up to about 5 ounces of gold. Most people turn in their gold. If that was me back then, I would have buried my gold in the backyard by the apple tree. I would have not turned it in. That's just me. But like I said, most people turned in the gold. So what the US government did is they melted down all the gold bullion, all the gold bars, all the gold coins into gold bars, and then they deposited these gold bars into the depository in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Then what they did, which is crazy, they passed the Gold Act of 1934. And what this act did was they changed the price of an ounce of gold from $20.67 to $35 an ounce. So first they confiscate, steal the gold from the American people, melt it all down, put it into gold bars, into the depository to Fort Knox, Kentucky, raised the price from $20.68 to $35 in 1934. Crazy that that they did this and that people actually turned in their gold, willingly, which is it just baffles my mind. That's why, I'm just here to educate everybody. Then in 1944, the US and a lot of the world governments, they came together to create the Bretton Woods Agreement. The Bretton Woods Agreement was agreement where the US dollar would be pegged to gold, and world governments could either trade in their world currencies for US dollars or they could trade it in for gold. Most countries, they traded in their their currencies for the US dollar because the US dollar had had the highest value, was worth the most because of the gold that we held in Fort Knox, Kentucky. But then the U.S. started getting involved in a lot of wars. They also started to create a lot of social economic programs to help the U.S. Also started giving money to other countries for different reasons. So a lot of countries seen this, and a lot of countries like, does the U.S. really have enough gold to back all these wars, to back all these social economic programs in the U.S., and to be sending all this money to other countries? So what a lot of countries started doing was trading in either their currencies or U.S. dollars and wanted gold, and they wanted the gold delivered to their countries. So because of this, Henry Kissinger convinced Nixon. He said the gold speculators gonna gonna collapse the U.S. dollar because the U.S. dollar is backed by gold. So Henry Kissinger convinced Nixon, and Nixon in on August 15th, 1971, ended the Bretton Woods Agreement. The US dollar was no longer tied to gold, which pretty much means that the US dollar and all world currencies became a fiat currency. And what a fiat currency means is that it is not backed by gold, it's not backed by silver, it's not backed by any commodity. The value of it is pretty much determined by what the government says it is worth. Here we go. I apologize. I was needed something real quick. So, that's pretty crazy. Then in 1965, um, did you know that before 1965, all our coinage, our dollars, our half dollars, so our dollars, our half dollars, our quarters, and our dimes all contained 90% silver? Yes, they all had 90% silver, that they had real value. Our coinage was made from 90% silver, which had real value, you know. Then in 1965, the US government decided, oh, wait, it is too expensive to keep putting silver into our coinage. So they decided in 1965 to take out all silver out of our coinage and make our coinage called clad, which means that the coinage was now made out of copper, zinc, and nickel, pretty much making our coinage useless. So 1965, they took out all the silver out of our coinage. 1971, they ended the Bretton Woods Agreement. Our currency was no longer backed by either silver or gold, making our dollar even more useless now. In 2008, we all know what happened with the housing crash, the stock market crash. So what the government did to help bail out these big banks, to help these big financial institutions, they printed $1.7 trillion out of thin air, making our dollar even useless. 2013, our dollar was worth about 5 cents. We all know what happened in 2020 with COVID. We all got these stimulus packages, free money. Nothing is free. I knew eventually those stimulus packages were going to come back to us. And look what's going on today with inflation, gas prices, mortgage rates, rents, mortgages, car payments, everything is through the roof. You see it every day. But that's also caused a lot more because what happened in 2021, when our lovely government decided to print 40% of our money into existence. Yes, 40% of our money into existence just that year alone that they printed. We went from $16 trillion in printed money to over $20 trillion just in that one year alone. Crazy. Our money is worth about 2 to 3 cents. Now, also, I don't know if you know this or not. Let me just take off my background so I can show you this properly. So did you know back in the day, our dollars said something else on it? Yes. So we had something that I was born in 1983, so I was not around to be around when our currency was backed by the silver or gold. So this is something that is called a silver certificate. I'm not too sure if you could see that on camera. It's a little hard, but that says silver certificate. And then down here it says $1 in silver roll payable to the bearer on demand. So what that pretty much means is that you could have took this dollar, went to any bank and to any financial institution, and you could have traded in for 1 ounce silver. Yeah, so you could have took one silver certificate and got 1 ounce of pure 999.9% silver. Now on our dollars, it just says Federal Reserve Note, which, just means that it's a fiat currency. It's not backed by any commodity. The value is what the government determines it is. And like I said, because of how much money they have printed into existence over the year from 1913 to 2025, a US dollar is worth about 2 to 3 cents. It takes about 35 to 40 of these now to get 1 ounce of silver now. That's how much our dollar has lost value from 1913 to 2025. It is just crazy. But I'm gonna show this cool video. This video is one of the reasons why I joined 7K Metals. It is called the $1.2 million mistake. We all have made this mistake, but now we're gonna get educated so you do not keep making this mistake, so you can help out your kids, your grandkids, your grandkids, and leave a legacy for everybody. So let me cue that up real quick. I do apologize. I did have the video. I did not know what happened. So let me just find that video real quick for everybody. Do apologize, and here is the video.
You probably made a $1.2 million mistake and didn't even know it. Let me explain. Let's start by taking a look at this chart that shows the purchasing power of the US dollar from 1913 to 2013. In 1913, a dollar was worth $1 in purchasing power. In 2013, a dollar was worth 5 cents in purchasing power, and even less now. We've seen the dollar and all currencies lose value over time. Some of this is due to inflation, but most is because of a change in 1971. In 1971, the US president ended the Bretton Woods Agreement, which cut all ties to currencies that were backed by gold. All at once, all world currencies became a fiat currency, meaning they are simply backed by whatever the government says they're worth. Take this scenario as an example. Let's say you wanted to purchase a brand new Mustang in 1965. It would have cost you $2,500 or 2,500 US silver coins. The same 2,500 US dollars won't get you a car today, but those 2,500 coins would get you 2 cars. As you can see here, while the US dollar has lost its value over time, gold and silver have maintained their purchasing power. If you'd consistently purchased gold and silver bullion over the years, you would have negated inflation and maintained an average buying power. But what would have happened if you'd have bought collectible gold and silver? It begins with the MS-70 Silver Eagle. MS stands for mint state. It's a grading system. An MS-70 coin means the coin is in perfect condition. If you'd purchased one MS-70 Silver Eagle every month since 1986, you'd be sitting on a $1.2 million portfolio, and it would have only cost you between $50,000 and $80,000. That's why we call it the $1.2 million mistake, because most people didn't buy them. What's crazy is that's what the coin the US Mint makes millions of every year. What would have happened if you focused on even more exclusive, unique, and rare modern coins? Here are a few examples of the track record for a few more unique and exclusive coins that we've offered through the years. A 2004 Tiffany art coin sold originally for around $100 with shipping and is selling in the market today for between $5,000 and $10,000. If you didn't get one, that's at least a $4,910 mistake. The Julius Caesar 7K exclusive from 2021 sold for around $360 with shipping and is selling for between $950 and $1,100 today. If you missed it, that's another $550 mistake. And here's the Montana Butterfly from the 7K Autosaver program that sold for $150 with shipping. Today, it would cost you around $1,200 to get one. That's another $1,000 or so mistake. Now sure, those are great performers, but that's a portfolio of around $10,000 with only a few coins and a fraction of the cost. With time, the power and potential of collectibles are real, and we're on a mission to help you avoid the potentially $1.2 million mistake of not adding them to your legacy.
So that is the $1.2 million mistake. Now we are educated to not make that mistake. Now we are going to get into the main attraction, the video, the main part of 7K, this amazing program where you can start stacking silver and gold with just $1. So you can stack this shiny stuff, gold, silver. You can start stacking with just $1. That's all going to be explained in this video. It's about 8.5 minutes long. I will take some questions after the video is over, give a little testimony, and then we can get on with our night. So let me cue that up real quick.
If you're watching this video, chances are you've got some questions about gold or silver. You know they're valuable, but maybe it feels complicated. You're not sure how to use them, where to start, or who to trust. Or maybe you already own gold or silver, but want a simpler way. That's exactly why we made this, to share what we've learned, so you can make confident decisions and take real steps toward building with gold and silver, and hopefully give you enough confidence to get involved. At 7K, our mission is simple. Put gold and silver into the hands of people who need it most. We are a North American authorized gold and silver dealer located in the state of Idaho. For over a decade, we've worked to remove the friction, fear, and confusion for the first-time buyer, and to simplify the process for a seasoned stacker to add more precious metals to their portfolio. Gold and silver are everywhere in the news. Governments are stacking it. It's one of the most significant asset classes on Earth, and people across the globe are paying attention. But why? Let's start with a quick look at our modern money system. In 1913, the US dollar was backed by gold and had full purchasing power. But when the government detached it from gold in 1971 and started printing like crazy, the dollar lost over 97% of its value. That's inflation. And you felt it, from the grocery store to your energy bill. Fiat currency is money created by governments with no real backing. Just paper we've agreed to trust. And every time they print more, your dollars buy less. That's where sound money, a better name for gold and silver, comes in. It's been a trusted store of value for thousands of years. The wealthy have used it to preserve and grow wealth, and so do banks and governments. They know what it's worth. Let's look at a simple comparison. 5 years ago, if you saved $1,000 in the bank, inflation would have eaten away at its value. But if you'd use that same $1,000 to buy gold or silver, that gold would be worth over $1,900 today. The silver, over $2,000. Would that knowledge have changed your strategy? Probably. So why doesn't everyone do this? Because gold and silver got too complicated. People don't know how to use it, sell it, or even where to start. That's where we come in. We've made owning gold and silver simple, accessible, and smart. As a 7K member, you'll get tools that help you start stacking with confidence, starting with Sound Money Wallet, the foundation of our basic membership. Here's what it unlocks. First, fractional gold and silver purchases on any budget. Although we handle purchases in the millions, you don't have to have large amounts of money to buy gold or silver anymore. You can literally start with $1. Next, safe, secure, insured storage. No private safes or extra security systems at home required. Also, quick and easy buyback at top prices. No haggling. Period. Lastly, fast, reliable shipping if you want it in hand. Sound Money Wallet solves the traditional pain points of buying and holding metals. It's a fresh take on the most time-tested form of money. And remember, there's no speculation here, only physical assets. Sound Money alone costs $199 a year. With our basic membership, you'll get Sound Money Wallet with up to $1,000 in free storage through our Vault Max facility for less. But we're more than a gold and silver dealer. We're an education platform. Our buyer certification teaches you the basics of stacking, while the collector certification opens up the exciting world of collectible gold and silver, exclusive, limited edition coins with stories, beauty, and real value. We've spent the last decade building the most robust marketplace around collectibles. And as a member, you get exclusive access. You'll also get tools to track and sell your collectibles through Stack and Sell, our secure trading platform. Want to supercharge your stacking? That's where Instant Gold Pay comes in. For every new 7K member you refer, we'll thank you with up to $80 in pure gold, deposited directly into Vault Max and visible in your Sound Money Wallet. We don't do flashy ads. We'd rather pay you to spread the word. And if you refer 4 people within your first 14 days, we'll add up to $500 in cash rewards on top of the goal. No pressure. Sharing is totally optional. If you'd rather stack quietly, that works too. All of that comes with our basic membership. You can see that it's well worth over $400 for all the platforms here. But it's only a one-time $149, less than your annual Amazon Prime bill or premium Netflix subscription. And if you want more, go Legacy. Legacy members get everything basic offers plus $50,000 in free storage instead of $1,000, more gold upfront, unlimited collectible tracking, and a sound money metal matching bonus. Every time someone you refer buys gold or silver, you get up to 1% of it automatically in real metals. Whether it's 1% of 1,000 or 1 million, you won't want to miss out on free sound money. If you like the idea of up to $50,000 in free physical gold and silver storage in the secure Vault Max vaults or the sound money metal matching bonus, the Legacy can't be beat. So it's either the basic for $149 or the Get It All Legacy for $599. Just pick the one that makes the most sense for you right now. Once you've chosen a membership, you can take it even further with optional subscriptions. 7K Pro gives you even more exclusive access to collectibles, plus ongoing education through 7KU, with life mastery topics from finance to mindset and precious metals. All of these will help you level up. This is an easy $59 a month. You will get immediate access to this for at least 15 days for free. Then you can keep it, or switch to another subscription you might like better. Wealth Builder automates your monthly stacking. Just set the date and dollar amount and let it run. Take a look at what would have happened if you would have set your Wealth Builder to purchase $100 in gold every month over the last 3 years. The real key to winning in this system is automation. You automate your monthly bills so you don't miss them. Why not automate paying yourself first to start hitting your goals without thinking about it? Autosaver sends you a premium collectible coin each month. No guesswork or effort required. These tools turn gold and silver from a someday idea into a steady strategy that fits your life. So, what's your next step? Pick the membership that fits your goals. If you've got questions, talk to the person who invited you. Last thing, we mentioned this earlier, and it may or may not be for you, but it's fair for you to know. We have a way for you to get whichever membership you choose paid for quickly. It's likely you are already thinking of 4 or 5 people you know who might want this information. Remember the instant gold pay? For every Legacy membership you refer, we will pay you $80 in gold instantly. That adds up quickly. And if you bring 4 in the first 14 days after you pick a membership, we are willing to pay up to $500 in a cash reward on top of that gold pay. That's $320 in gold and $500 in cash. That's over $800 back in your pocket. Again, this is optional. And if you like that, but want more, we do have other ways where you could scale this program to earn even more rewards consistently over time. For now, let the person who shared this information with you know which membership you'd like. And welcome to 7K, where real assets meet real confidence.
Just an awesome program 7K is. So some takeaways from the video you just watched is the Sound Money wallet, where, like I said, you can start stacking silver and gold. Oh, that's platinum. So you can start stacking silver and gold with just a dollar. Just a dollar. Crazy. We're the only company that has a Sound Money wallet in this industry. Just an amazing. So since there are no questions, like I said, I've been with 7K since October of 2020. I just checked my stack and sell balance. I am up 24%. You're not going to get that return with the bank. And like I said before, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not getting on a tax advice. I am just sharing my experience with you. Luckily, you know, when I started my corporate job at 19 years old, I had a good manager. He told me when I was eligible, which was a year after I was with my company to start, put money into my 401k. So I did do that. I did that for 12 years and then I got laid off in 2015. Luckily I had that 401k because Florida unemployment was only paying me 175 a week. That was not enough to pay my bills and to pay my rent. So I had to cash out my 401k. And because I was 59 years and a half, I had to pay 30% to the IRS. Then next year in 2017, when I did my taxes, I owed the IRS another $3,000 to $4,000, so I had to pay them another $3,000 to $4,000. It's crazy. But with 7K, like I said, I've been in since October 2020, so almost 5 years. What took me 12 years to save in my 401k with the corporate job, it only took me 4.5 years to save the same amount of money with 7K, collecting silver and gold bullion, collecting silver and gold collectibles. Just an amazing, amazing. So if you're ready to join, please get with the person that invited you to the Zoom tonight. Like I said, there are two different memberships. If you cannot afford the legacy membership, that's $5.99. You can always start with the 149 basic membership and upgrade. That's how I started. I started with the basic membership and then I upgraded to the legacy. If you want to earn an income, we can definitely help you earn an income. We have an amazing team. We'll definitely, once you become a member, the person that you join under, they'll reach out to either me or one of our amazing leaders and will definitely help you earn an income. So have a great day and enjoy.